Hey folks. Okay, so today I've just kind of been hanging out and getting a little bit crafty. When I went to go put on my makeup today, I realized that my makeup bag, which is normally just like a general, like generic freezer bag, I'm usually pretty low tech. It's starting to rip in the corners, so I'm going to have to replace it. But I thought, why replace it when I could upcycle? You know, I just put this post up yesterday that talked about upcycling, and hey, practice what I preach, right? So I busted out all of my art equipment, considering it's like super hot outside, and I don't really want to be outside doing all these like sweaty farm chores. So what I did was I pulled out a cigar box that I got from one of our friends over at Just a Cigar Sacramento. It's Just a Cigar here in Sacramento. It's kind of cool. I actually got this because he was helping me connect a colleague over at the acupuncture clinic, the Northern California's first mobile acupuncture clinic, Everyone's Place. It's run by Dr. Tanisha Dandridge. She's setting up classes if you want to learn how to do the ear seating, properly. I know I see a lot of people use them, but they don't necessarily know what they're doing. She's actually running a class coming up here real soon that will teach you how to do it. But either way, Robbie over at Just a Cigar, he helped us clean out his an area where he had these boxes sitting around, and the boxes that she could not use, they wouldn't fit all the supplies in them. I got to keep them. We was a fair trade all around. So I am going to use this one specifically for my makeup, my Ecobella makeup. So it's going to work out really well, and I figured I would make a collage out of it instead of just use, the stickers, the old crusty stickers that were on there. Not that I have anything against that. I actually really kind of like the gold labels that were on there, but since I have all these magazines sitting around, that instead of just recycle them, I'm going to upcycle those too. So I went and I dug out my Eileen's original tacky glue. I know I'm name dropping a lot of stuff here, but hey, such is the life. Name dropping all these things here, but Eileen's tacky glue that I picked up over at Blick's. They are a vendor in our shop, Lazy Morning Farm. That's actually my shop. So Eileen's tacky glue. Get it, Blick's. It's great. What I did was, and I actually don't have to use a lot, I watered it down. I watered it down just a little bit so that when I want to put these little cutouts that I'm using on my collage box here, I water it down, and then I just sweep on, brush on, I'm gonna get the right picture, wide pan, brush on some of the glue, and then I'm just gonna stick on one of these things here. How about we do, actually, I'm gonna put some over here in the corner, because I want to make sure, even though the box isn't necessarily from the USA, I'm all about made in the USA stuff. So I made this here in the USA. I'm going to put that over here, made in the USA. Okay. So that's really all you got to do. And then once it dries, I'll spray it down with some acrylic spray. I don't have any on hand today. The tacky glue I had from a prior trip, but I'm going to go pick some up. So when I'm done, I'll take this outside and I will spray the whole thing down. This is kind of cool. It's actually starting to stick to the cardboard, but I did most of the sides already. Before I started shooting the video. So once I finish this up and it gets totally dry, I will go pick up some acrylic spray. I'll spray the whole thing down. I'll probably have it propped open just so that it doesn't seal itself shut. Even if it did, that's not a big deal. You can always take a little X-Acto blade and unseal it. And then I'll be able to fit all my makeup inside there. It's pretty cool. And if you have a flat box, a more flatter box, and I think they sell them there too. I don't know. I'd have to check the website. You could probably put all of your pencils and pens and whatnot in there, but that's really it. It's kind of a cool upcycling project. It's nice for the hot days, and especially when we start thinking about what's going to happen here when the weather starts to not be hot and it starts to get rainy, and we just don't want to go outside because it's muddy and cold and dark. So, hey, upcycling activity, and it's repurposing something, and it's actually a need that I need filled, because this plastic bag is going to rip here really soon, and I'm going to have to replace it. So why replace it with plastic when I can replace it with something way more durable and something that's handmade and personalized for me, by me? Or I could make a whole bunch of these. I've actually got a few more of these. I can make them and give them out to people for gifts for the holidays, and they wouldn't necessarily have known what I've done because I'm not going to make video of all of them. But hey, Either way, it's a cool activity. It's a nice weekend activity, after school activity, during school activity, after school programs. It's kind of a cool thing. So, and it's tacky glue. It's non-toxic, whatever. Have fun, guys. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks.